So, I'm pretty sure I know the plot of Pokemon Legends ZA. Lumio City is designed to look like a magic circle, perhaps reminiscent of the ultimate weapon, only now it's much bigger with the Prism Tower in the middle. And keep in mind that the modern resurrection of occultism got its start in 17 and 1800s France, so a magic circle here is perfect. It's pretty much that Full Metal Alchemist plot point where Scar draws a giant transmutation circle around an entire city in order to use everyone inside of it as a power source. The reason there's some sort of battle tournament here that the ZA trailer was all spooky secret post-credits Marvel scene about is because that's a form of foreshadowing. Something sinister is going on involving it. Perhaps it is secretly being led by Quasartico. It gets more top-tier Pokemon Mega Evolving in the city to absorb some of that power. After all, Mega Evolution uses the same power that the ultimate weapon uses, infinity energy. Perhaps some of it is even leaking out and causing wild Pokemon around the city to Mega Evolve on their own, leading to some of this game's alpha Pokemon equivalents. The anime has always reflected the game's plot points without just directly being them, and while Pokemon Z was cancelled, the XYZ anime did indeed end with a Zygarde persuaded to be evil by Lysander, taking over Lumiose and the tower in a plot to cause ultimate destruction. Swap Lysander with Jet and they can reuse some of Pokemon Z's unused game plot ideas. Zygarde, being the guardian of the ecosystem, would usually avoid major cities like Lumiose, but Jet's Quasartico Inc. is heading a big urban redevelopment plan to make it more Pokemon and perhaps more eco-friendly, reflecting the modern Paris Agreement, with several countries currently working on switching to greener energy and better, greener cities. Something like that would attract a Zygarde wanting to check it out, no? And if not that, then it could be here just because there's an overabundance of infinity energy being stored here as this new city-wide ultimate weapon charges. What Quasartico plans on doing with this destructive power, though? I see three possibilities. The first, similar to Lysander wanting to cause a holocaust to make the world beautiful again, they may want to basically do the same. If they're all about restoring balance to the ecosystem, they could have very well slipped into eco-terrorism. If we just wipe all the biggest cities off the map, along with everyone inside of them, the environment will start healing. Then, a related reason, maybe Mega Pokemon aren't supposed to exist. After all, they've only been around 3,000 years, are capable of great destruction, and as several Pokédex entries point out, cause the Pokemon pain. Maybe in a sort of PETA plot, Jet wants to put all of the infinity energy back and prevent Mega Evolution from happening ever again. But a more interesting third possibility is that Jet, being the CEO of a major corporation, is mega rich and pretty much has everything she could want, except for time. Whether you're working 3 jobs to make rent, or you're a billionaire, we all wind up in the ground eventually. You know, Zygarde is ground type, and is partially inspired by the Norse goddess of the underworld. Hell, perhaps it knows what's up, and is looking to stop it. She is much older looking, running out of time and all, and perhaps she found out about AZ's immortality, learned that he got it through the use of the ultimate weapon, albeit accidentally, and is planning on doing the same for herself. With AZ obviously playing a big role in this game, I could even see him sacrificing either himself fully or just his immortality in order to stop this super ultimate weapon from firing at the last minute, not wanting to see the sort of suffering he caused to happen again, as well as restoring balance. No longer immortal, he will soon die, as all that lives must eventually. That's Zygarde's whole deal. I'll point you to a video here where I go in depth on the origins of Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde, but the important thing for now is that on top of their Norse inspirations, there's some clear Hindu ones as well, especially in Zygarde, and it's here that its role as a balancer between life and death is perfectly reflected. Much like how I am a perfect balancer of importing Japanese goods with today's sponsor, Zen Market. I, for one, am incredibly in love with this Knackley salt shaker that I filled with MSG, and it wouldn't be in my possession right now if not for Zen Market, because the Japanese Pokemon Center only ships to Japanese addresses, which I don't have yet, unfortunately, but Zen Market does, hence the service they offer to all of you. For a small fee, they will buy all of the Japanese goods you tell them to, like these Mincino slippers, or these Pokemon board games, or like this Easter-themed Score Bunny plush that I later found out was also sold over here in the States, but it had sold out over here almost instantly because they never keep their stock over here, so I had to order it from Japan through Zen Market. After everything everything you ordered arrives in their warehouse, they package it up together all nice and ship it internationally to you. It helps you avoid scalpers too, and does that sound too good to be true? Well, wait, there's more. Because right now you can get up to 50% off of the international shipping cost by using the code 50MAR25. See here? That's the world-famous Hatsune, Vocaloid Miku. She wouldn't lie to you. They have access to more than 10,000 Japanese stores, but let's be honest, you're just gonna use Japanese Pokemon Center, right? Well, this is all made even better when you sign up for the Zen Market loyalty program, where you can earn balance credits and earn up to 1% cash back. So don't delay, Zen your market today. There is a link in the doobly-doo and the pinned comment below. Thanks a bunch. Here's a fun side point. Being named Quasartico is very likely not a coincidence. First off, a quasar is an extremely massive and powerful beam of black hole star energy. One of them could wipe out the entire Earth, maybe the entire solar system, in an instant. Think Death Star power level times a million. Thankfully, they're pretty rare, and space is very, very big. So they've all missed. But that alone thematically connects Quasartico to the ultimate weapon already, which basically fired off a mini quasar into space, which curled back down to deal its damage. It also thematically links up with Rayquaza, who is not only named after quasars due to its own ultimate power and living on the edge of space and being long, like a quasar, but also Mega Rayquaza is the ultimate Mega, the most powerful Mega by far, and is the only Pokemon known to Mega Evolve without the need of a Mega Stone, or even a Keystone. It can just do it in the anime. Also, look at Vinny, Jet's secretary / bodyguard. Those are Mega Rayquaza colors. So like, then again, like in Legends Arceus, Volo was all friendly until the twist at the end where he not only turned out to be evil, but a time traveler also, so a similar sort of twist could be entirely possible here too. Now, whether that twist is the one I laid out already, the corporation wanting to make Lumiose more Pokemon and nature-friendly is secretly evil and has been all along, or if it's something similar, we'll have to wait and see. Though, given that Hoopa is a Kalos Pokemon as well, and that the other Gen 6 game with Mega Evolution, Oraz, being the one to solidly confirm multiverse theory, another possibility here is that Vinny is the Lysander of this Mega Evolutionless dimension. He got Hoopa to bring him here, and now he wants to stop Mega Evolutioning from happening because he sees it as evil. Perhaps he's just using Jet, who herself has purely good intentions. Or maybe he just wants immortality. That's a possibility too. But it is, after all, pretty easy to convert unused Pokemon Z plot points into ZA this way. You take what Lysander was going to do in Pokemon Z, and you make this alternate dimension Lysander do it instead. For different reasons, but still. Sunglasses and gloves, whenever those are key parts of a character's design, it almost always signals secrecy. It's a trope. Think of the Ditto from Detective Pikachu. Think of that crazy guy from Roger Rabbit. Think of some more examples I haven't thought of yet. Vinny has something to hide, and when the secret is revealed, the glasses will come off, revealing exact replicas of Lysander's eyes, because honestly, other than being a handsome man with some puffy outy hair here and there, he doesn't really look like Lysander, but that could be part of the disguise. He's Clark Kenting us. I mean, if I looked like a super famous evil criminal, I would probably change my look, but you can't really change the shape of your eyes. Plus, consider the real world Lysander. Kalos already has a lot of Greco-Roman inspired aspects within it, and Lysander being Lysander is one of them. He was a great Spartan military leader who famously burned the entire Athenian fleet to ashes and dominated Greece for a decade. And while these attacks were happening, he sent for beautiful women flautists to play music in the cities, a calling card of sorts, celebrating his victory over said city while the battling and the burning and everything was still going on. What a move! And perhaps why Lysander surrounds himself with high fashion women. And one more fun bit about him, he is depicted with two styles of helmets. One with a funnily wide horizontal frill, not unlike Lysander's big red hair in a vaguely similar shape, but the other, his helmet's adorned with animals. Well, I say animals, but it's specifically a lion from the waist up and a snake from the waist down, which could easily be the ancient Greek chimera, which in the Iliad, its original source, was described as having the forepart of a lion, in the hinder of a serpent, and in the midst, a goat, breathing forth, in terrible wise, the might of blazing fire. Team Flare again. But literally just remove the goat, and you get the forepart of a lion, the hinder a serpent. Breathes fire. Bam! Yes, yes, Admiral Lysander would like that on his head. He loves razing cities and burning entire fleets. These cutesy-looking Pokemon hair ties, which were pretty common in Japan for a time, seem a bit juxtaposed when put into his man bun, because his overall design doesn't really scream that kind of thing, so there has to be a reason for it. Though I suppose manly man who's confidently into not-so-manly things is a trope itself, and one Pokemon just did with Saguaro, so they're no stranger to it. But anyway, technically this whole monologue I've been doing is theory, and not even just one, there's many possibilities in here, but how does the player character fit into this? What's with the pink glow on the underside of your rival's blonde hair, which matches the pink glow on the underside of the logo? Historically, most Pokemon logos show off something about the game itself. And just how specific of a magic circle is Lumiose if we break it down? All questions for later, though I am working on that last one currently. So subscribe to see that video when it comes out, learn all about the inspirational sources of Zygarde, Yveltal, and Xerneas here, and never stop using your noggin. Did you stop using it? No, okay, good. You're good. Yeah.